Think that's it, right?
Gotcha. Can you hear me?
Tight. Hell yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Okay, welcome to the show. Here's the intro music. Uh, Welcome to the show. Do you know what show you're on?
No idea. I know you, but
Oh, you know what? No, I am recording. Cool. I call this To Live and Bike in LA. Sometimes it has moderate things to do with actually biking in LA or people bike in LA, but
okay.
sometimes we don't even talk about it at all.
Cool. Can you hear me well? Because wireless headphones, I'm pretty sure they have a microphone, but I'm not positive.
I can hear you just fine. You are loud and clear. You're a little echoey just because of the room you're in, but other than that, you're fine. How about me? How am I coming through?
You sound good, I think. You're great.
Okay.
Should I turn my camera sideways? Is this good? How are we doing
Turn
here?
it sideways. Let's see what happens. I don't know.
All right, let's see. Wow. I have the cheapest tripod known to man. Let's see. It falls apart every time I move it. Oh, cool. Here we go. And we're recording now, right?
Yeah, it was recording that whole time.
Great. What a smooth intro I bring.
Oh, all of these have been, it's a real learning curve, but I find it is way better than, I haven't done any stand-up. I haven't done any of the virtual stand-up shows because I just can't bring myself to do it.
Nope. I don't get it. Don't understand. I'm wondering like what that sort of audience thing is, because I don't fucking it's weird.
I don't feel like it's anything. It would feel so empty to me. I should introduce. This is Joel Jimenez on the show. We actually do have listeners. Not many. I'll put up a video on YouTube. Not many watchers, but listeners. You might know Joel from Kill Tony. He's the drummer
Okay.
of the Kill Tony band. And I was going to say, you're still doing the Kill Tony shows even in this time, modified version of it. But at least that is like all of you guys
Yeah.
together goofing around still.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a trip, dude. Like it's probably saved me from going crazy a couple times, but it's yeah, I don't know, it's been fun, dude. It's a weird we're relearning all over again like what the show is now without it.
What plays funny when you're just doing it like this? It reminds me more of like a radio show now, like how old school Howard Stern might be.
For sure. Yeah, it's a trip, dude. It was you know, we used to be up in the belly room and then to do it in the main room like every other week. And I remember when that was happening, it was a whole learning curve of learning the main room as opposed to the belly. And then we're going back and forth. And then we finally figured out the main room. And now we're fucking in a studio.
Now no
I was
room.
watching old clips today. I know. I got like real sad today watching old clips of like audiences. And it's a fucking miss it, dude.
It's crazy. Yeah, who knows when that main room would be opening again. I could see you guys going back to the belly room again before going to the main room.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm down for whatever, man. I'll fucking do it all. I don't care. I'll do it on the
Um,
street if we have to.
that is true. You are I would say, a bit of a hardcore man. You're a hardcore drummer. You played in many punk and bands that push the limits, and you're a skateboarder. What is your what is your biking background in LA? You grew up in LA, right?
Yeah, for sure. I didn't have a license till I was 30, so I did a lot of biking, mostly like on a BMX. Never really got into like long distance bike stuff. I went
Yeah.
on one bike ride with Rick Cox and his friends. They had a little bike crew in Los Feliz, so I rode with them once. That was really fun. Um, I grew up close to the LA River, so now there's like a bike path there. But that's about it, dude. Usually just to get places because I didn't
Yeah,
have a car.
totally.
That was the other thing. I tried to work on like and maybe I'll figure out the joke format, but how I hated people who rode bikes for fun because for me it was purely transportation, so I didn't understand doing it for recreation. And that the worst is when people put their bike on their car and drive it somewhere to ride their bike. Anyway, there's a bit of a delay here. I
I
don't,
know. No, you
waiting
just.
for the last, waiting for the. I'm just.
No, this is very
Okay.
true.
All right. I didn't like that.
Topics that have been discussed on the show before. Because I'm very much even though we have a car now, it went almost 2 years with no car in LA, and I was just riding a bike everywhere to all the comedy shows and shit, and going.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember taking you home a few
Yeah, because you got the
times.
truck. That's right. You are an ally to the bicyclist in LA. If you're like one of those people. You're not gay, but you got like a flag in the back of your truck. You're like,
That's right.
yeah. Everybody knows, like, hey, it's a truck, but it's okay. He's an ally. That's what you are for bikes.
Yeah. Also, if I don't know you, don't go asking me for a ride.
Anybody with a bicycle, ask Joel for a ride. I did kind of do that to you one time. I just jumped in the back of your truck, and you were like, "I can't
Yeah,
give you a ride,"
but I
and I
know
was
you.
like, "Yeah, you can," and I just jumped in.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I always remember kind of being able to,
No,
but yeah, maybe.
we were like 3 blocks down from the Comedy Store, and we were both going to the Comedy Store. And I just jumped in the back
Okay.
in the bed of your truck, and you're like, "Oh, don't do
That's
that."
right. Okay.
And you had your girlfriend, I think, in the truck with you, and then I had to
Okay.
squeeze in with the
Okay.
two of you, and you're like, "This is awkward and uncomfortable." Uh, Anywho,
Interesting. Whatever, dude. All right. Yeah, I remember. I'm not. It's weird. It's driving while Mexican's already a thing, and you throw somebody in the back of your truck. You're just kind of asking to be pulled over.
oh hell yeah. Would you say that's worse? What's the ranking in LA, having grown up here, as far as driving while Mexican versus driving while black versus, I mean, driving while
Oh,
white is.
driving while black's the number one
That's
offense, I think, just because. But after Trump got elected, there's a little bit of an area, some time where you could be black and Mexican, and then you're really fucked. Like my brother's half black, half Mexican.
Oh
He
yeah.
might as well buy a bike at this point. But even that, you probably get pulled over, shot, even on a bicycle.
Oh yeah, people ask me like if I'm worried about stuff like having like drinking and riding a bike, like having been drunk and riding a
Yeah,
bike. And I'm like, I don't worry at all. Like the last thing a cop is gonna do, just because they like don't give a shit, is pull over a white guy on a bicycle at 1 a.m. on Sunset Boulevard.
yeah. That's why I shouldn't be a cop because that's the first person that I'm going after is white guy on a bicycle. By the way, did you shave your head?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I like it. Cool. Hell yeah, dude. Join
Yeah.
the fucking club.
I haven't gone like Bic razor yet. I probably will at some point, but
Yeah.
it's just
No, it
no.
looks good.
I was going to say no attachment on the buzzer. Just go buzzer lowest.
Yeah,
It'll
I
go.
like that. That's what I do that most of the time. Sometimes I go Bic because it just lasts longer, but it is sort of a pain in the ass to fucking do it, but I like it. I feel
I
the
think
most comfortable and confident when I'm bald, dude. Took me a
really
while to get there, but yeah, it took me a
now.
while to get there. Like, yeah.
Was this a choice because of loss of hair?
Yeah, Yeah, for sure. Well, what it was it just started. My hair started thinning, and at a certain point, I was like, "Fuck it!" Like, I'm not one of these people that's gonna like. I'm not running from my mortality. I'd rather just like that. I think just like, hey, let's not do the comb over. Let's just fucking get rid of it, and that's it. But for a long time, like, people were so used to seeing me with hair, and people in my family or in my life are like, we don't like you bald, we don't like you this and that. And I was like, well, fuck me either. They're like, but God has other plans. So I just started fucking just shaving it, and then that's it. And then like lately, I've been like just happy about it, and kind of I feel at my most like confident when I'm just fucking letting it go, man.
Yeah. It's interesting because that's who you are to me. I've never known you without a shaved head. So I just identify you as that confident in having a shaved head person.
Interesting. Yeah, for sure. Up until like even a year ago, I had friends just being like, "Oh, we like you with like a little bit of hair," and I was like, "Yeah, me too." Like, I feel fine now, and it's helped with like other things. I don't have to fucking deal with it anymore. So
Yeah. I'm pretty much at that point. I think like probably maybe a year, or like probably when we met for the first time, I hadn't cut my hair in a year, I think. And I was long and
yeah, you were
scraggly,
on
and I was
that bus tour thing, right?
yeah, I was looking like a real vagabond. And then I started shaving it, and it's pretty much just been shaving it, either like keeping it short or fully shaving it since then. And yeah, I just unless there's a pill that comes out that I take once and it grows everything back, and I never have to take it
Yeah,
again. I just don't want to be on pills. I don't like side effects from pills. I'm not going to have something that I'm going to take all the
yeah,
time. It's bullshit. Uh,
yeah. It just seems like a whole thing. I'm not interested in it. I don't care, and with whatever. So.
Not at all. And you got a goddamn good head too.
Yeah, thanks, dude. I know I'm lucky with that, dude, because I see some people with shaved heads, and I'm like, Jesus, you really got the short end of the stick on this.
Yeah. Like I have like a good round. I have a very Statham shaved head. Um,
Yeah, yeah, for sure. You
yeah.
look like a UFC fighter almost.
Oh fuck yeah. Like I could be a I could definitely play the part, but also like my body wise right now, I'm always like
Yeah,
I'm like a guy just before he goes into fight camp.
that's right. Yeah,
You
aren't
know what
we
I mean?
all though? I
Yeah.
don't know. I think most of us
Like
are. Yeah, I think like, dude, I was getting in such good shape right before this fucking pandemic, dude. It was like I was doing jujitsu like 3 days a week. Eating really good, and then now I'm just fucking I was off the rails for a while, but that's it. Now I started juicing today. I'm figure out a plan. Me and my girlfriend are figuring out like meal plans to stay in shape. So
what are we
it's just
juicing?
important, man. I'm trying to get health. This morning I juiced some kale, carrots, apple, ginger, celery, and then like some remainder of this romaine lettuce that I had that was we're not gonna use. Is that a fucking drumstick bottle opener? Don't try to sneak that in. I know what you're doing. You
No,
wanted
no,
me to ask you about this.
it's not a bottle opener. It's just a pair of drumsticks
Oh, okay.
that I got right here. I got a little
Oh,
practice pad.
cool.
Practice pad is under there. These are my brother got me a bunch of these. They are Travis Barker signature sticks. Because I
I
said,
was gonna guess that. Yeah, I know those.
really?
I used to use those.
Oh no shit. Yeah, they're like
I like the length of them.
and
Go ahead. What? Sorry, I don't know. This is really killing me, Andrew. And people are gonna hate us for this.
it doesn't. I've listened back to it. It doesn't matter. But what you have to do is just play through the delay. Just assume. Just keep talking and stuff, and we'll
Gotcha.
figure it out. But what I was going to say was they
Okay. Yeah,
are.
I used to. Go
Uh,
ahead. Go
They
ahead. I'm
they
telling you.
are like snare sticks, like they're sticks that the type you'd use in like a drum line or something.
A little bit, yeah. They're a lot smaller, I think, but they're like they're I like them because they're a little bit longer, a half inch longer than a regular drumstick, and then the tip is pretty cool. I like that, but
Yeah,
they're a little
got
bit
that
too
rounded
like
tip
they're a
that
little bit
blows.
thicker. Yeah, for sure. I like them. They're cool. I prefer right now using the Vic Firth Extreme 5As because I like the 5A weight, but they're also longer, a bit of a longer stick. So that's what I've been playing lately. I grew up playing the Vader Los Angeles sticks. And for a little while when we were touring with Kiltony, I would always have a pair of them for some fucking reason because they said LA on them, and it was anytime I was out of town, it felt like cool to have these LA sticks. You know, there's these weird ticks and shit that like you probably have that with your bike or skateboard setup or weird little things that we do with a drum kit or like almost like superstitious uh sort of weird things that
For sure, yeah.
so I just did that. I just always kept a pair of 5A LA sticks on me for no fucking reason other than they said Los Angeles. And I kind of grew up playing those sticks as a kid.
Oh yeah, I used to do shit like that all the time. Skiing, I would wear a karate belt. Just wore a karate belt. It
Hilarious. Yeah.
didn't help skiing at all. Didn't add to anything. But it was like I was like, I'm gonna be the guy who wears karate belt while skiing. Had that dangling for me, and it was freestyle skiing too. So it's kind
For
of
sure.
like equivalent to like you dress like skateboarding. Like there's a style to that as well.
For
Um,
sure.
but you don't have a drum a stick endorsement?
No, not at the moment. I'm working on that. I know that whatever, there's a bunch of pieces into getting that. I'm working on that and then the symbol thing. But it's just gonna take it's sort of gonna take a lot of work because the people I want like a packet, like a professionally done packet of like everything, whatever. So I gotta find somebody that will do that for me. And I've just sort of like at the moment it's not on the top of my like importance list uh, because I can't fucking tour right now. So I'm
Yeah,
trying to figure out what
I
my
mean,
career is in the moment.
I
So
think mostly you don't even worry about it. You just and it'll come to you. I mean, wouldn't you say like that's how? I have no idea actually how you got the drum endorsement, but it seems like just the success of everything kind of led to it, opposed to like actually working
yeah,
towards it. So, and plus, I think you
yeah.
might
So the
go on.
yeah, it all sort of like it did sort of come to me, but I through that have gotten referrals to my like dream symbol company, and so I just I'm sort of been put on the desk at a time, but I need to just follow through and like put a packet together. So
I see.
it's within like touching, within distance. I just have to do it.
I
I'm really
see.
bad at the business side of everything. I like the creative stuff,
Yeah.
but I'm
Oh,
trying
me
to be
too.
better at it.
Very much that way. But I will say this: you're closer here. I'm from Maine. I believe it's Vic Firth are made in Maine. I think that's where they're
Oh, cool.
because the wood is comes from there. So chances are there's somebody that works there is watching this or listening to this because they're probably a huge
Oh,
fan
cool.
of mine. So they'll reach out to you because of this for sure. Don't worry about it.
Wow, if that happened,
It would be
it
amazing.
would blow my mind. Yeah, you never know, man. You really don't. It's real weird who these things reach sometimes. Like I can't even believe, it's like fuck. It's just weird, man. When this whole pandemic had started, I remember being in a Food for Less in Highland Park and somebody recognizing me from the show while I was like apocalypse shopping.
Uh,
And it was just a trip. It was just a weird fucking weird moment, man. But yeah.
what's the coolest or craziest thing like you guys have gotten on the road because somebody's a fan and either they come to the show or they own have you gotten to go to restaurants or anything like that?
Oh yeah, it's been dope, dude. Founders, I think they're called Founders Brewing Company. They're based in Michigan.
Yeah.
One of their guys invited us. We had like lunch and free. It was awesome. Um, Man, so many people. My buddy Yoni, who has a podcast called Best Barbecue, he fucking straight up when we go to Texas comes to the backstage and just brings us a full barbecue setup of like sausage, brisket, pickles, potato salad. People bring us treats everywhere we go. I mean, we like never have to buy weed anywhere.
That's awesome.
Our buddy Tom, our buddy Thomas Epido from Arizona, he was sort of like taking care of these properties for this rich dude. And one day he invited his house where they had like a pool and a lazy river and fucking pizza and beer. And it was so sick because we rarely get time to have a day to hang out. So me, Pat, and Jeremiah went to hang out in this huge house in Arizona and go swimming and stuff. Like, I'm sure I'm missing a bunch of stuff, but people have like
Yeah.
been so fucking cool, man. We get to do all kinds of awesome shit. Skate parks, dude. Got to go. My buddy Todd Bertrud in Minneapolis is like a famous skate artist, and invited us to familiar after hours private to just go like have some beers and sort of skate the hours. That was really fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I, I feel like sometimes guys get this wrong and stuff, but I totally try to use getting to travel, do stand up to also do fun, cool things. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, stand up is a fun, cool thing, I think. And if you plan it right, and sometimes you have to go to places that fucking suck and there's nothing to do, but there's a lot of cool
Yeah.
places you can go to and you can plan shows around going to and also do fucking really fun things while you're there.
Yeah, I mean, you sort of toured all over the world, right? You were like sort of not even stand-up wide driving country or something for a while. So I bet you got to see a bunch of cool shit on that trip.
Oh yeah, I mean we didn't do we just did in the U.S. But
Okay.
it was definitely awesome, and we made a point of going to national parks and shit everywhere we could. We wanted to visit as many as we
Cool.
could, and
Yeah.
when we were in cities and stuff, I definitely hit up every skate park I could find. You know, and we also had the freedom that as we met people too, people would find out what we were doing. They'd be like, "Oh, that's so cool! You should come and do this." And we ended up doing like crazy stuff just as we met people on the road, and ended up spending the night at different people's houses because they're like, "If you want to just pull the bus back to our place, we're having a barbecue and shit." And meet people that way.
Cool. Hell yeah. That's
Um,
awesome.
oh, this is a
Remember
question I wanted to
when we
ask.
could just
Oh, go ahead. What?
Oh no, that was it. I was just saying, remember when we could just do that, like just meet people and hang out?
I
That was
know.
wild.
I think people are gonna be so starved to meet people and talk. Like I already am way more talkative with my neighbors. We just moved to Santa Monica, and so it's all new neighbors, and I'm more talkative with seeing people kind of from a distance and saying, "Hi, we just moved in" and stuff than I would be any place.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. You had a question. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say, if when you were growing up, what was your fantasy skateboard company to get an endorsement from?
Oh man.
We could
It
even
would change every fucking 3 months.
we could go board, shoe, and clothing.
I really liked Real made some good boards for like deluxe distribution.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I liked Baker, Death Wish, Element was really cool for like a while. Shorties. I mean, when Muska was like at the top of his game, like Shorties fucking would have been the shit.
Yeah,
Shorties, I would say independent trucks. Obviously, they're like the best forever.
they are a
Shoes.
standard. Like independent is like a standard that like Yeah, maybe they have shitty low end ones that you could find at a Costco or something, but they also have like the best ones too. And if you're sponsored by them, you have good trucks.
Yeah, I think independent trucks, like just the standard independent trucks, they're so good, they last forever. And then shoes, I'd probably go with probably Vans. I mean, that you can't really fuck. Vans are Chris now. Converse skateboarding is pretty good. I mean Nike just for the money, but also Nike has the money to make the best like technology. So like they're killing it as far as like new sort of stuff. I saw these like Nigel Houston shoes that basically last forever, whatever the material is. So that's cool. How
Yeah,
about you?
there's um, the thing with Nike is you could be sponsored by Nike and then choose any other tiny company to be sponsored by and just make all your money from Nike and like support some other tiny fucking like Pigwood or something like that. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
but I would have to go Vans also. Uh, and then growing up, it would have been Toy Machine and Independent for sure. And
That's a cool one. Yeah, for sure.
Spitfire wheels. Yeah, Toy Machine. They're like the Sub Pop records of deck companies. I feel like.
Wheels. Who would I like to do wheels? What did I always roll on? I liked dang, not Spitfire. I feel like I always had like some other like fucking I don't know. I don't remember. Spitfire is dope though. I have Spitfires right now. I basically have a Familia skateboard, independent trucks, and Spitfire wheels,
I have a
and Bone Swiss bearings.
oh yeah, those and what are the other ones? Speed Demons. I would get a lot, and there's one other kind I forget.
Yeah.
But I have the Kill Tony band board right now because I got a blank deck and I put that grip tape
Hell
on it.
yeah.
And then on the other side is a Brody sticker. It's quite the
Yeah, I remember seeing that. That's cool.
yeah. I definitely it's like I jumped on the bandwagon of living in LA immediately because it's Dodger color too.
That's dope. Love it. Gotta fuck with the Dodgers, baby.
I know, and I don't care for him at all. I'm a Red Sox fan. We kicked your ass. It was
Wow.
real fun to
Wow.
watch.
I mean, come on. Oh! All right.
um,
That's
and then
fine.
another skating question though: who's your favorite skater growing up?
I would say probably Chad Muska when I was a kid was like that. Mike Vallely. And I really liked Ed Templeton a lot. Guy Mariano, Antoine Dixon are probably like my favorite. Eric Ellington had a little phase. Jim Greco was great. Baker 2G was like a big time video for me when I was a kid.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's interesting. That's I. It's interesting because I know those guys, but like everywhere I grew up, and I wonder if it's an East Coast versus West Coast type of. Not necessarily. Some of those guys aren't all West Coast, but it's definitely like a different style of the guys in like New York and New England and even Florida,
oh yeah,
who were big growing up around there, where it was like you had a lot more European guys like Rune Glifberg and Tom Penny and shit were big, and then
yeah,
guys like Ed Templeton and Rodney Mullen.
yeah. I love Rodney Mullen. I got
Kareem
to see
Campbell.
Rune. Yeah, Kareem Campbell. I got to see Rune Glifberg skate live, like a contest. It was pretty dope, man. He was awesome.
Um,
Um,
I was a big fan of Chad Muska. And do you ever look up those guys now on Instagram? I love looking up people that I remember were huge athletes when I was 10, and I go, I want to see what they're doing right now.
yeah, some of them are doing well, and some of them have fallen aside. I think Muska's doing pretty good.
Yeah, did you follow Brandon Bibble?
Oh yeah, yeah, Brandon Beeble. Yeah, he's great. He's like
killing it.
ripped, right? Yeah,
Still
he's good,
killing it.
dude.
Banging models,
Yeah,
skating every day, and he's fucking ripped. He is killing it somehow.
yeah,
And not even, I think he's just big on social media as a good looking, ripped skateboarder. But he's not like
yeah.
a pro skateboarder in the sense of like, he's not even in skate films or anything. He's just a social media star and does like pretty good stuff at the barracks. He'll go put up skate clips from there
Oh,
and shit.
cool.
But yeah, big fan of
Yeah,
his
he's
career.
amazing, dude. He's fucking. Yeah, he's good. He's got so much power in those legs. Like, remember his part fully flared was one of my favorite. I think he had like a Young Jeezy song uh in there, and he was just like switch flipping like double sets and doing crazy manual flip tricks and stuff. He's great.
Wasn't he in Yeah, Right?
And yeah, right. Fully flared because he skated for
Yeah.
Lakai. I think he may have been in the new video. Like I say, new meaning like within the last 5 to 6 years. Pretty sweet was
Oh
the
yeah.
chocolate and girl video. So
I think
yeah,
that
dude, those
um
guys they
I was just gonna say that in the era that I came up in skateboarding, Yeah, Right was definitely a film. And Sorry and Really Sorry that would like kind of change the level and standard for fucking skate films and how good they could be.
yeah. Yeah, you said yeah, right, and mostly sorry or sorry. Oh my bad, that's me. Anyway, I zoned out for a second.
No, I said
Yeah, those.
Sorry and Really Sorry.
Oh yeah, for sure. Also, Girl had Spike Jones in the fucking chamber, so they had a lot of cool shit. Like yeah, right, and Fully Flared had that sort of extra bit of extra cool shit. But yeah, those are really good. Those flip videos were dope. Ardo Sorry was really great, dude. That guy
Um,
was doing big stuff.
yeah, I was gonna say the Spike Jones stuff. Did you ever see the Vice uh, piece that was done on like Spike Jones and Guy Mariano and Paul Rodriguez and I think David was it Gonzalez and all the like them growing up as little kids and they were all friends with like Jason Lee and shit skateboarding around and Spike
Oh,
Jones was like
cool.
10 years old
I don't know
doing
if I saw that.
it was like a 5-piece thing on Vice just about
Probably
them at that
epically
time.
later. Epically later.
Yeah, it was like way back before
Series.
Vice was Vice.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
uh,
that's awesome. I know a bunch of those kids are really young. Guy was part of the Bones Brigade as like a fucking 12-year-old and stuff.
Yeah, and P-Rod Jr., Paul Rodriguez Jr., which is crazy to think. Like, that's a crazy tie between comedy and skating that I feel like nobody, like, anytime
Yeah.
either one of them are on something, like Paul Rodriguez Jr. was on Rogan's podcast once. And I'm like, they're not going to talk about, they didn't
Oh,
talk about it
cool.
at all, really. That you're like, oh, your dad was a fucking one of the biggest,
Really? Wow.
Latino comics growing up. What's
Yeah,
that
dude.
like?
Yeah. I think he's like at this point made his fully like own career. So maybe it was just out of respect. Rogan probably just wanted to fucking. I'm sure he's been asked those questions forever about his dad.
Yeah, but also the weird thing is they are both huge in almost like two completely separate worlds. Like I can see him being
Yeah, for sure.
the
Man,
biggest star to somebody in the extreme sports world who has no idea his dad exists, and somebody who his dad is the biggest fan of their dad has no idea even fucking pro skateboarding exists.
for sure. Yeah. Dude. Yeah,
If
it's
you,
fucking wild, man. What a fucking.
if you could pick one thing for your dad to be the best at, and you grew up
Uh,
the son of this person, what would it be?
yeah. I'm gonna say because I know he always wanted to do it, but if he was like a famous trumpet player, he always wanted to play trumpet, and so whether it was like in a mariachi band or whatever, he just never had access to a trumpet or anything like that. So it'd be cool if my dad was in an alternate universe, was a famous trumpet player.
He never even got to play trumpet?
Nope. No, he grew up fucking like dirt poor, dude, and like came out here. He's a mechanic now, but I remember when I was a kid, him mentioning that he always wanted to play trumpet. Maybe someday I'll get him one and he'll just keep it in a box.
I think you should write a like Pixar film where him as a mechanic builds his own kind of trumpet out of like engine parts.
I like, yeah, cool. Hell yeah, dude. I like that. He puts like he's like fixing like the muffler on a car, and somehow it makes like when it turns the car on, it plays music, and he looks at it and he takes it off. It's like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think we're on to something.
We can bring together, what was that one? Coco and Cars. We can bring those two together.
There you go. There you go. Oh
That'll
yeah, done, dude.
help heal America.
That's right. We'll make $1 million, dude. And he still won't buy a trumpet.
I was gonna say, for my dad, basketball player. He always wanted to be a musician too, but he won 2 state championships as a basketball player.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's fucking nuts. And you guys are from Massachusetts?
Maine.
Maine. Okay, cool. Damn.
Yeah, he grew up there, which is why he never went on from there, because like he was 6'1" maybe, and a really good guard in Maine, because it's all white people. But the
Gotcha.
second like he goes anywhere else, like he's literally like 50th in the country.
That's funny, man. You ever seen like I used to go to this diner a lot when I was a kid, and they had a picture of the original Lakers, and it was like it's such a trip, dude. They're all just white dudes, like.
Oh yeah, they're all Jews. They're white Jews. That's who used to play basketball.
There you go.
All right,
dude.
we have a video that I show everybody. You're probably one of the closer people to being kind of like aware of this type of world and video, because it's a freestyle skiing clip that I want to get everybody's reaction to. It's going to be weird how you have to hear the audio, but hang on a second. Got to share the screen.
Skiing is such a weird thing to me aesthetically. It's like it's just a weird. Okay, let's see. Here we go.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's just something about the long ass skis. Like it's not. It doesn't look aesthetically. I mean, no hate to fucking skiing people. Also, I grew up just thinking it was for rich people, so I always just sort of hated it. And then, it's just weird. It's like the way how like I respect rollerblading and stuff, but it just doesn't look. Nothing is aesthetically pleasing as like a skateboarder. Like it's just something about the style of it. It's weird to me.
I understand that. However, you should, as far as on the scale of respect goes, rollerblading is the lowest. Okay.
Yeah.
Skiing is definitely above rollerblading. There's some other minutia ones that are like in between there, like you remember snakeboards?
Yeah.
I don't know where those fit, but they're not good. But skiing, the thing
skiing
is,
gets the
I was just gonna say the thing is, it's skiing or snowboarding. If your hang up is like, oh, that's just what rich people do, they do both. And snowboarders aren't like the poor kids on the mountain. They're both rich kids.
Oh no, I get it. Yeah, no, snowboarding also was a thing where we're like, oh, rich people only do that. Like I had never even I didn't even see a snowboard till I was like in my fucking I don't know, like late teens or something, like in person.
Yeah. It was just
but
a myth to you, a myth your abuela told you?
Exactly. All right, is this gonna be gnarly? Let's fucking watch this. Let's do it.
It's a little bit weird. Uh, hang on.
I read the fucking thing, so I'm scared because it said something about broken ankles.
Yeah, I'll make it big. Hopefully, the sound I have to put the mic like up to the headphones, so hopefully it comes out.
Helicopter was just ready to come out and start filming. I just wanted to get one more
Oh.
in so I can, just be ready.
Bro, my ankles are broken! My ankles are broke!
His ankles are broken!
I got broken ankles!
It's coming,
Oh my god. It's all glitchy, dude. I want to see it like.
It was gonna be rough. I didn't really hear anything. Really dead silence, and then I hit the wall and heard a really loud explosion, just right in my boots. Felt like someone packed dynamite.
Oh my god, dude.
Crazy.
On both sides, he had fractures to the talus, which
All right, that's the video.
Oh my god. I didn't see as much. I did hear the screaming though.
You heard that
so-
my ankles are broken. My ankles are broken.
Yeah. That was really funny. I feel bad. It's awful. I mean, yeah.
Oh, it's
okay,
terrible.
it's
It is
amazing.
terrible.
Yeah, I don't wish that on anybody, but like it's just how extreme it is just sort of funny to me. Like it's so intense.
Oh yeah, and you
Yeah,
get,
I mean,
like watching skateboarding films and shit, like that. There's just a level of destroying yourself and gnarliness that like you're like, we're already at this level, so that's why it's funny. I get if you're not at this level already, if seeing that shit on a regular basis is not what's usual for you, and you're down here, yeah, that's gonna seem terrible. But we're already seeing that all the time, so starting at that point. This is a funny one of those.
I'm gonna go watch it again later, but it's like, dude, and then like that guy, the gap was so big. Like that's the other thing about skiing. I'll give him that. It's like it's crazy to tame those fucking mountains, man. It's fucking nuts.
Oh yeah.
But it's just oh my god, he knew it immediately. He just fucking landed. He knew it. It's like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, that's bad, dude.
And not only that, I don't know if you could hear him
Thanks for
explaining
that.
it. But he also knew, like, on takeoff, because that's a thing you can just kind of tell, you have a feeling for, that he wasn't going to make it. He just like set and did the trick, but you just have a feeling when you're like, I'm going a little slower than I should be going, or like I got hung up a little bit.
Yeah.
When you just don't quite have the speed to make something. But you just go, I have to go through with it. I have to go to the other side, but this is not going to end well.
You can't bail once you're up there either. You're fucked, dude. You're just like, you're in it.
There's nothing you can do.
God damn. That's rough. Oh, I've had that feeling. I've known that as soon as you hit takeoff, like you're fucked.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You know what's funny is when you have that in stand-up, when you get on stage sometimes at some shitty show, it's kind of the same feeling, but it's so much slower and drawn out. But there are some times when you just get on stage and you just go, this is all 8 minutes of this are going to be terrible. Or the worst is when it's like all 40 minutes of this are going to be rough to get through.
Dude, I've seen where people before me are just eating it, and I'm like, let me go up there and I like try, not go into it with the negative thing. You're like, I'm gonna try to flip this around, and then you get up and it's just, nope, no, you're not. Just hit the wall, dude. It's fucking crazy.
The worst I feel about it is when one particular time sticks in my mind. There might be other times where it happened, what is this time in Gardner, Maine. And I went and did this sports bar though. It like had comedy night, and I was doing, I was, I forget if I was hosting or like featuring or something. I think I was featuring. There was a host, and then I was going to go up and do like 15 minutes, and then there was going to be an intermission, and then the headliner was going to come on after the intermission. And people just started talking about halfway through, and they got louder and louder, and eventually I just slowly stopped talking and walked off stage, and nobody really noticed anything.
Whoa. Yeah, that's rough, dude.
And I
Oh,
just walked off, and I was
man.
like, I guess it's intermission,
I
man. I don't know what to tell you.
Jesus. Yeah, I've had some bad ones, dude. It's like, but it makes the good ones that much better. And then also at this point, I'm ready for the bad ones. Like I'll take anything. I don't care if I'll bomb in a room full of people if I can be in a room full of people.
Oh yeah, then
So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
I was probably 3 years in then. So yeah, what I would do now with that I would have so much more fun with it. Just knowing it's fucking terrible. I'd be like, let's we're gonna see if I can get this table to fight that table.
Yeah, it's gonna be a trip when everybody comes back, man. I can already it's like how long will the fucking corona jokes go for? And I wouldn't even blame the people because it's really all we have to talk about. Like so I've been sort of like when I'm writing stuff now, it's like I'm trying to think outside of that bubble and maybe like go back to historical stuff that's happened to me. Historical, that's not the right word, but stuff that's happened in my past. I'm trying to figure out a different way to do it because I know that the 5 comics going up before me is going to be Corona, this, that. So it's going to be a trip.
Also, don't undersell yourself. Everything you've done is historical.
Shut up, dude. It's historical and hysterical.
All right, that's thank you for being on. I know you going to the Echo Park Farmers Market.
No farmers market. I'm in Highland, dude. I gotta go to fucking. Probably shouldn't say where I'm at. Nobody gives a fuck. I'm gonna go to the Food for Less and grab some stuff. I'm making dinner. So my girlfriend's been working through all this, and so I'm trying to be a good housewife and make dinner before she gets home, and
Same boat, dude.
she's
I've been
letting me like live with right now because my parents are fucking.
Oh, that's nice. You're quarantining
and
in quarantine and trying out the living.
Yeah, it's nice. She's real sweet. We've been together now since January 2nd, I believe, is like our official anniversary. We started dating in December, but so it's been nice. She's real sweet. But she's been working through all this and sort of let me stay here because my parents' immune systems are like a little bit shifty, and so it's been nice. Like I wouldn't be able to do Kill Tony if I wasn't staying here because it would be sort of irresponsible to be leaving to go to the studio, coming back to my parents' house.
Yeah, go to be around Red Band and then bring that back to your parents. That's
Red Band actually got tested. He's the only one who's been tested, and he's negative, so that's good. So
yeah,
that was my poor man's test where
government mandated test.
He got tested, so that means I don't have it. Yeah, there you go. Hell yeah.
Oh, that's like
yeah,
the old.
Dude, that's it. Yeah, thanks.
It's like the Mitch Hedberg joke of I didn't get tested for AIDS, but I called my friend and asked him if he knew anybody who had AIDS. So I guess I don't have AIDS.
That's great. Oh, that reminds me of another fucking something like that. I forget. But yeah, dude, I think it's a Greg Giraldo. I'm just thinking of other AIDS jokes anyway.
I bet it was good.
But yeah, this is fun, dude. This is like some of the only sort of hangouts that I've had in a bit. I see Tony and the guys, but that's always like just sort of in and out. And then me and my girlfriend and her roommate hang out at night sometimes. But this is nice, dude.
Yeah, other than this, it's talking to the family on the phone here and there, and then I'm with the wife and the pooch. We're just hanging out. That's the dog right there.
Yeah.
We have a painting of our dog.
Oh yeah, I like.
Actual.
That's cool. That's a nice painting. I didn't even know it was a painting.
You just thought it was the actual dog sitting there?
Like a picture, like a print, like a a photograph.
Yeah, no. It's somebody sent it to us for Christmas. It's a painting of it. And it was just
Wow, that's really really nice.
it was so funny to open that as a gift. Just
Yeah,
open up and
hell
just
yeah.
you just saw it out of the box and you're like, that's fucking ridiculous.
That's great. Then the dog's like, finally some respect around here. Oh man.
The joke I
Oh
had
yeah,
is
dude.
every dog now thinks like their one wish came true, and they're like, "This is unbelievable," because their only wish was like, "I just
Oh, the pet. That's
yeah, I wish you would never leave," and now people
want
are
their
home all
parents
the
to be
time.
home.
They're like, "This is fucking awesome, you guys."
That's funny. I like that. That's good, man. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I've been yeah, luckily I had gotten a bunch of like sort of new ideas right before this happened, and so I still have those things to kind of like work on, and I try not to do stuff really that's like time sensitive, so it'll still make sense once this is all over. But I didn't have any
Yeah,
really like political or like timely things. But yeah, we'll see, man. We're all gonna be fucking figuring it out when we get back, dude.
it's
By the
gonna
way,
be
we're both
interesting.
wearing very similar hats, which is
I know.
nice.
I dressed up for you. I dressed in your style. Like you're the drummer and I'm the bass player of our hardcore straight edge band. Uh, we're called
Wow. Edge band that drinks beer.
yeah, Franco 99 is the name of our band. These are all
Cool. Nice.
non-alcoholic beers, actually. I want you to know.
Oh, Pabst Blue Ribbon made a non-alcoholic beer. That's nice, dude.
When you're as hardcore
Hell
as I
yeah.
am, Pabst is non-alcoholic. Okay.
Oh, cool. All right. Hell yeah, dude. Fuck. Well, I can't wait to fucking actually hang out, dude. So
I know.
hopefully this shit blows over soon. But
Thank you so
yeah,
much for
dude.
being on, and I'll let you go. And namaste to you, sir.
Hell yeah, dude. Thanks for having me. Anytime, dude. I'll see you soon. Hopefully.
Check out all of
Cool,
Joel's
dude.
stuff and Kill Tony. They're still going. Kill Tony's still going.
Hell yeah.
All right. Love you,
At
sir.
mostly sorry, you fucking kidding.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
All right,
Before
dude. Love you
that,
too, man. Peace.
At mostly sorry. Check out Kill Tony. Love you. Bye.
All right, peace, dude.